Would you like to get a good night's sleep every night and wake up feeling truly refreshed, energized, and ready to take on the day? If that's the case, remain motionless, because what I'm about to reveal could wreck your evening. I can assure you that the results may surprise you as we examine 7 powerful meals that can greatly improve the quality of your sleep. Let's start with a common yet irksome scenario. You go to bed hoping to get some sleep because your brain won't stop working. You either go to sleep and wake up at 2 in the morning, wide-eyed and unable to go back asleep, or you turn, toss, and stare up at the ceiling. Is that something you've heard before? After all these sleepless nights, you're not just worn out. They steadily undermine your health, especially as the years pass. Many people are not aware that sleep issues grow more common around the age of 50. Your body's internal clock, known as your circadian rhythm, starts to shift. Your sleep is no longer guided by the same instinctual cues. But here's the good news. We already have natural resources, such as safe, effective, and natural meals that you can work with your neurological system to assist you fall back asleep. No synthetic drugs or chemicals. When people adopt these meals into their everyday routines, they often see real, permanent change. Less turning and tossing, greater sleep, and brighter mornings. Their bodies appear to be learning how to sleep, so if you're currently taking sleep medications to get through the night, pay close attention. This could be your chance to finally escape. So, if you want to sleep better, make sure you're subscribed. Now, let's move on to the first dish that might improve your evening. First food. One underestimates the power of bananas. In fact, the everyday banana you've seen in your kitchen a million times might be the natural sleep aid you've been missing. But what makes bananas so special when it comes to encouraging sleep? It all comes down to 3 vital nutrients: magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B6. Together, they produce a calming mixture for your nervous system. Magnesium and potassium help relax muscles by signaling to your body that it's time to let go of the stress of the day. Vitamin B6, on the other hand, is necessary for tryptophan to be converted into serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and improves mood, and that's serotonin. It later changes into melatonin, a hormone that tells your brain to fall asleep. Let's examine a real-world example. Consider Rosa, a 65-year-old woman who has been enduring restless legs and frequent nocturnal awakenings. She starts eating 1 ripe banana with a few brown patches around an hour before bed. Within a few days, she no longer twitches at night. Once a few weeks, especially once she begins consuming additional things on this list, she starts to sleep deeper and more consistently. At 3 in the morning, stop checking the time. Do you wish to make it more impactful? Try a warm, comforting banana pudding made with oat milk. It is not only delicious but also naturally calming. Pro tip: eating a greener banana can also benefit you since it includes resistant starch, a special kind of fiber that supports the growth of good bacteria in your gut. Some of these microbes are implicated in the production of sleep-promoting chemicals. Keep in mind that this isn't a switch that turns on or off. Bananas don't make you sleepy like medications do. They help your brain recall the correct way to go to sleep. The second food knucker. The silent guardians of slumber are almonds. At first glance, almonds might seem like a crunchy, high-protein snack, but they're much more than that. These little powerhouses are nutrient-dense and especially target the systems that regulate sleep. Here, magnesium is the main player once more. It serves as a natural switch that shuts off your nervous system. When you eat almonds, magnesium starts to calm down, release tension in your body, and prepare your body for stress-free sleep. But that's not all. Furthermore, almonds help control cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Have you ever been in bed with your mind racing through to-do lists or awkward conversations? Almonds may help lower increased cortisol, which could be the cause. Don't forget about vitamin E, a strong antioxidant that helps combat chronic inflammation and is present in almonds. This inflammation may be a subtle hindrance to your ability to enter the deep, restorative sleep cycles. Here's yet another significant benefit. Almonds' healthy fats aid in bringing blood sugar levels back to normal overnight. When you wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, you may feel abnormally alert or even a little hungry, which could be caused by a drop in blood sugar. You can sustain consistent energy levels until dawn with the help of almond fats. To get the most out of them, eat a little handful about an hour before bed. If you have time, you can soak them in water for a few hours or consume them raw. Soaking reduces anti-nutrients that may prevent certain people from absorbing magnesium. Are you feeling creative? Make your own homemade almond milk. Soak the almonds overnight, peel them, combine them with warm water, and add a pinch of cinnamon if you like. Take a drink of this before bed and let the calming magic begin. A secret sleep disturber, though. Before exploring the other sleep-promoting foods, there is a common behavior that, although it may seem harmless, may be quietly hurting you. Let's talk about decaf coffee now. Many people think it's safe to use at night because it doesn't contain real caffeine. But here's the truth. Decaffeinated coffee retains between 3 and 10% of its original caffeine content, and that's more than enough to prevent sleep for those who are sensitive. What's more concerning, though, is how the caffeine is removed rather than how much is left. Chemical solvents like methylene chloride or ethyl acetate are used in some decaf methods. Even at trace quantities, these drugs may interfere with your neurotransmitters, which regulate your sleep and wakefulness cycles. And here's another twist. It's likely that your brain has conditioned correlations between coffee taste and mental attentiveness. Therefore, even if your decaf has almost no caffeine, the familiar flavor and aroma may still stimulate your brain, making it harder to wind down. Therefore, even if you decide to drink a decaf cup, the process itself may be sending the wrong message to your brain. You see, our brains are creatures of habit. Just drinking coffee, feeling its warmth, and inhaling its familiar aroma can trigger a subconscious response. It's time to leave. Instead of encouraging relaxation, your mind could inadvertently prepare for action, and that's when things get complicated. This emotional turbulence may have a direct effect on deep sleep, which is one of the most important stages of sleep and the period when actual magic happens. During this time, your cells renew, your immune system reboots, and your brain gets rid of the debris from the day. If you don't stay in this phase long enough, you'll likely wake up feeling drowsy, disoriented, and unrefreshed, as if your body had hit pause instead of reset, even though you technically slept through the night. Imagine this now. You're doing everything right. A peaceful environment, no devices before bed, and even a nightly meditation session. Your seemingly harmless habit of consuming decaf coffee may be quietly sabotaging your efforts, even if you aren't even aware of it. A superior choice? You can replace your evening drink with a calming herbal infusion, like a warm, well-prepared chamomile tea. Later in this video, I'll show you a special preparation method that boosts its effectiveness even more. Using a natural infusion instead of coffee for a few evenings may actually help you sleep better. This is more than just a theory. It is a quintessential example of how clever marketing can pass off a disruptor as advantageous. Although decaf coffee advertises itself as a sleep aid, for many people it is a silent thief that prevents them from getting the deep sleep their bodies so desperately need. The third food. Cherries. In ruby red, the sleep reset. They are tiny, lovely, and amazing. Most people don't know, though, that cherries naturally control sleep. These vibrant red stones naturally contain melatonin, the main hormone your brain releases to signal when it's time to go to sleep. In an ideal world, your body would produce melatonin on its own every night. But life does happen. Stress, aging, late-night screen usage, and inconsistent sleep habits can all interfere with the generation of melatonin. Here's where cherries are useful. By resetting your internal clock and promoting a restful night's sleep, eating 10 to 15 fresh or frozen cherries an hour before bed may help your body regain a healthy rhythm. And that's only the beginning. Cherries are also rich in anthoxanins, which are potent antioxidants that fight quiet inflammation, particularly in the brain. Think of these antioxidants as a crew that works overnight to eliminate oxidative stress so that you wake up feeling smart, balanced, and in control. Have you ever awoken with stiffness, soreness, or simply a lack of energy? It may be a sign that your body isn't receiving enough deep, rejuvenating sleep. Cherries aid in the transition from light to deep sleep, promoting mental and physical renewal. Another wonderful benefit. Cherries are powerful allies during the changing of the seasons. As daylight hours shift, your body's melatonin cycle may become out of balance. Cherry trees provide as a natural anchor to keep a consistent sleep cycle regardless of the weather. But here's an important clue. Always go for fresh or frozen cherries. Don't use dried versions. They usually include a lot of sugar, which might disrupt your body's natural wind-down process and give you energy spikes. Taste cherries on their own. They can be used as a light evening snack or combined into a smoothie with almond or oat milk and a few additional sleep-promoting ingredients. They're tasty, easy to prepare, and backed by science. Quarta kiwi food. Number, the green sleep protector. It's fluffy, sour, and bright green on the inside. It might become your new best friend at night. Kiwis are one of the most scientifically proved sleep aids in the world, despite their exotic appearance and love of tropical fruit salads. Studies have yielded remarkable results, particularly in New Zealand, where the kiwi originated. Eating 1 or 2 kiwis before bed can significantly improve the length and quality of your sleep. Why? Because kiwis are a rich source of serotonin, one of the most crucial brain chemicals for mood and sleep control. Most significantly, serotonin directly precedes melatonin and aids in terms of emotional stability and relaxation. In other words, kiwi sets the scene by telling your body it's time to unwind. But it doesn't stop there. Strong antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E, which are present in kiwis, also help to reduce oxidative stress, a subtle but dangerous factor that can impair brain function, memory, and mental clarity. Have you ever woken up feeling confused, unable to focus, or just not feeling well? There may be oxidative stress at work. Kiwis fight that weight from within. And here's a fantastic bonus. The skin of the kiwi has more fiber and antioxidants than the flesh. You can eat the whole thing, yes. Just remove the fuzz with a soft brush. Surprisingly, the extra fiber helps maintain a healthy digestive system, which has a big effect on how well you sleep. Would you like to upgrade it? Combine half a banana and 1 kiwi about an hour before bed. The kiwi's serotonin and the banana's tryptophan combine to increase your body's natural melatonin synthesis. It's like giving your brain the exact tools it needs to produce deep, peaceful sleep. For an even simpler option, make a warm oat milk, banana, and kiwi smoothie in the middle of the night. It is light and sweet, and it primes your nerve system for total relaxation. The best part is still to come. Kiwi isn't just for sleeping. Furthermore, its advantages can lessen irritability, anxiety, and even muscle soreness, all of which commonly disrupt your sleep. Kiwis have numerous health advantages when it comes to sleep, despite their little size. But be careful. If sauerkraut is used incorrectly, it could backfire. If you want sauerkraut to be an excellent sleep aid, you must use it correctly. If you mix it with the wrong things, like wine, chocolate, or other high cholesterol ingredients, you can unintentionally create a nightcap. Why? Because these mixtures may produce small but major alterations in the balance of your digestion and neurotransmitters at the exact moment when your body wants to relax. 2 to 3 tablespoons of sauerkraut is the ideal serving size, and it pairs well with a substantial, nutritious carbohydrate source like brown rice or oats. This is the key. Eat it at least 2 hours before sleeping. Avoid combining it with heavy proteins, red meats, or highly processed supper meals, as this may slow down digestion and result in bloating, stomachache, or even sleeplessness. Now, your body will let you know if sauerkraut doesn't feel right. When you wake up, look out for signs like a dull headache, sudden waves of body heat, itching skin, or flushing of the face. These could indicate histamine sensitivity, which some people experience after eating fermented foods. Do you intend to make your own? Don't worry, it's easier than it looks. Just thinly slice fresh cabbage, sprinkle it with sea salt, and let it ferment in a clean, airtight glass jar for about a week. When buying pre-made, always go for raw, unpasteurized versions. Pasteurization is done specifically to eliminate the active probiotics. There's more. Sauerkraut is a great source of vitamin C, which lowers cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. Reduced cortisol is associated with deeper, more restful sleep. One important thing: if you take iron supplements, proceed with caution. Vitamin C enhances the absorption of iron, and high blood iron levels can actually prevent the production of melatonin, which can disrupt sleep. So, you should not take any supplements with your sauerkraut. Just keep it simple and natural as part of a nutritious evening meal. You may find that this odd, little fermented food improves not just your digestive system, but also your brain, nerves, and even your capacity to sleep. Meal 6. At night, you ought to have oatmeal for breakfast. It might be just what your body needs right before bed, even if it's a morning staple. Oatmeal is more than just a comforting, filling meal. It is one of the most underestimated sleep aids in the world. When taken with the right ingredients and at the right time, it can help regulate blood sugar, calm your nervous system, and gently induce sleep. What makes oatmeal so effective? The three main ingredients are slow-digesting carbohydrates, magnesium, and zinc. Magnesium relaxes muscles, calms the brain, and reduces heart rate. Zinc is essential for the chain reaction that produces melatonin, the hormone your body uses to control your sleep cycle. Additionally, your energy levels remain consistent throughout the night due to the slow, continuous release of glucose from the complex carbs in oats. This last part is very important. Many people wake up between 2 and 4 a.m. due to a drop in blood sugar, not a bad dream, or a loud noise. Your body has a tiny stress response to rouse you up when it feels that your energy is running short. Oatmeal keeps blood glucose levels stable, which helps avoid that. No 3 a.m., no surges, no crashes. The brain is buzzing. And that's not all. Oats contain avenin, a unique compound with mild sedative properties. It helps calm your mind, reduces overstimulation, and calms mental chatter without putting you to sleep or making you feel drowsy the next day. For nighttime, this oatmeal preparation is ideal. Cook half a cup of oats in warm almond or oat milk. Add a handful of almonds or walnuts and sprinkle with a little cinnamon. This not only makes the food taste great, but also improves its soothing and blood sugar regulating qualities. Another option is to add a teaspoon of ground oats to a smoothie made with bananas and plant milk. It's light, easy to digest, and perfect for winding down. Additionally, studies show that habitual oat eaters spend more time in deep sleep stages, the type of sleep that actually revitalizes and restores the body. Even though the amount of time you spend sleeping is the same, you will wake up feeling more alert, focused, and happier. Therefore, if you've been experiencing restless nights, feeling exhausted, or difficulty falling asleep, think about incorporating oats from your morning bowl into your nightly routine. Food number 7. Chamomile only, when made correctly, may the herbal infusion be useful. Chamomile is basically a symbol of serenity and has been used as a natural sleep aid since ancient times. But the vast majority of people don't know this. How chamomile is prepared determines how effective it is. You can get a faintly flavored beverage with little effect by just submerging a tea bag in boiling water for a minute or two. The true power of chamomile comes from a compound called apigenin. This naturally occurring flavonoid has a calming anti-anxiety effect that is similar to some prescription drugs, but without the unpleasant side effects by attaching to specific receptors in your brain. Your nervous system uses apigenin as a natural signal to relax and let go. To fully unleash its potency, you must brew it right. Use dried whole chamomile flowers rather than cheap tea bags. Steep them in just boiled water, covered, for at least 10 minutes to preserve the essential oils. For best results, use 1 to 2 teaspoons of flowers per cup. Its effects can further be heightened by combining it with passion flower, lemon balm, or a small amount of raw honey, which also has sedative properties. Drinking this infusion 30 to 45 minutes before bed can transform your wind-down ritual into something genuinely healing, especially if you do it on a regular basis. Chamomile doesn't knock you out. Instead, it creates the perfect mental and physical environment for your body to achieve what it was designed to do: easily, fully, and spontaneously fall asleep. Chamomile. Only the tender healer. If you prepare it correctly, you will know what chamomile is. Everyone has. This herbal tea is the gold standard for winding down and relaxing before bed. But this is the part no one tells you. Chamomile only works if it is prepared correctly. Apigenin, a naturally occurring plant flavonoid that binds to specific brain receptors that anti-anxiety medications target, is the key of chamomile's effectiveness. It lets your nervous system know that it's safe to relax and let go. But here's the catch: apigenin breaks easily. Pouring boiling water directly on the bloom can counteract its calming effects due to the extreme heat. So, how do you do it right? Allow your water to cool somewhat before pouring. 80 to 175 degrees is the optimal temperature range. Without a thermometer, there is no problem. Wait until the bubbling stops, but the steam is still rising gradually. That's your signal. It's time for another crucial step. Steeping time. Usually, only a few minutes are needed to steep the tea bag. A massive mistake? To extract all of the soothing ingredients, cover the cup and steep it for 8 to 10 minutes. This keeps and concentrates the essential oils in the liquid rather than letting them evaporate into thin air. It's true that the container matters too. Use cups made of glass or ceramic. Metals have the ability to modify the chemical composition of apigenin and other active components. Use loose-dried chamomile flowers rather than store-bought tea bags to add extra complexity. They are stronger, more aromatic, and offer a much higher dosage of apigenin. This recipe is wonderful. A heaping teaspoon of dried chamomile flowers. 1 cup of hot but not boiling water. Steep, covered, for 10 minutes. Have a drink 30 to 45 minutes before going to bed. Make it a part of your evening ritual. No screens, low lighting, and maybe some soft music. When you consistently take chamomile at the same time every night, a strong link is formed in your brain. The taste and scent become a sensory signal that the day is coming to an end and it's time to unwind. You may be shocked after a few days of continuing this habit. The outcome is easier, deeper, and longer sleep. The superfood your brain has been hankering after is sleep, nourishment, and walnuts. You probably already know that walnuts are good for your heart, but did you know that they're also one of the best natural sleep aids? These crunchy, mild-tasting little nuts are loaded with a unique blend of nutrients that directly impact your nervous system, starting with their healthy fats. Walnuts are particularly rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which are essential for the synthesis of melatonin, the master sleep hormone, but which your body is unable to produce on its own. In short, your brain spontaneously and efficiently produces melatonin using these lipids as raw material. Just 4 or 5 walnuts before bed will help your body create the hormone that helps you fall and stay asleep. However, things improve. Walnuts include magnesium, a mineral well known for its ability to reduce blood pressure, slow the heartbeat, and relax muscles, all of which are necessary physiological cues for sound sleep. What's even more amazing is that walnuts naturally contain melatonin. This suggests that your body doesn't need to convert anything. Melatonin is readily available and comes straight from nature. If you wake up multiple times during the night without knowing why, your melatonin levels may be too low or may drop too quickly. Because walnuts continue to produce melatonin, you can sleep better at night. Now let's examine a real-world case. For no apparent reason, a 67-year-old man named Martin would wake up 2 or 3 times every night. When he added a small handful of walnuts to his dinner, he noticed a big shift. Even after he woke up, he was able to fall back asleep considerably faster since he was sleeping deeper. To get the most out of walnuts, soak them in water for 4 hours before eating. By reducing compounds called phytates that could inhibit the absorption of nutrients, this aids in digestion. Combine them with a fruit that contains a lot of carbohydrates, like a banana or kiwi. Why? Because tryptophan, an amino acid found in walnuts, uses carbohydrates to help it cross the blood-brain barrier and then transform into serotonin and melatonin. Meanwhile, throughout the night, the healthy fats release melatonin. It's the perfect blend. Try placing some soaked walnuts and kiwi slices in a small bowl an hour before bed. Don't undervalue these little brain-like seeds. Including walnuts in your evening routine is an easy, delicious, and scientifically proven way to help your body return to its natural pattern and achieve the kind of deep, restorative sleep that changes your mood when you wake up. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future sleep-boosting tips. Your best nights are just getting started.